Wow. Still waters run deep. I know you're feeling it. This beautiful, emotional, sensitive Cancer energy, Sun in Cancer, Mercury retrograde in Cancer, and they're getting close to conjuncting at 20 degrees Cancer on July 12th and forming what's called a Kazimi, where the Mercury is behind the sun as they radiate out deep healing and deep nurturing and caring. Welcome to Dream Power Unlimited. Yes, time for releasing old dreams and dreaming new ones. I'm Virginia Palmer, Dr. V, your dream guide, Lemurian Dreamer, evolutionary astrologer, and healer, transformer. So this is a month that every astrologer on the planet has been talking about, really some for years, where the, yes, Cancer, Mercury retrograde, but that's just the beginning. But that's where we're at the beginning. I just said those words because it's like we're in the womb, the mother energy. The moon rules Cancer, the mother, the feminine energy in the midst of this quantum transformation going from one paradigm to the next, to the partnership model from the dominator. So, all the outer planets, powerful transformation there, all at 4 degrees, interacting with trines and squares and sextiles. And there's so much good, detailed information from fantastic astrologers on YouTube, and that you can go into those details. They call it the cradle, the basket. I'm going to call it the womb because they're just interacting, but it gets down to the personal as it always does. Everything begins with self and deeper and deepening of self-love, the valued self. I talk about it all the time because that's what this whole year is about as we strengthen our personal foundation so that we can continue to dream the bigger dreams for ourselves, our loved ones, and for the planet and the reality. So much of it is about that self-realization, self-confidence, self-esteem, self-trust, self-love, self-actualization. And forgiveness, self-forgiveness of self and others. So, into this mix, Venus leaving Leo, where she's just been party, going into Virgo on July 9th. Deeper healing in Venus in Virgo, really taking care of self, of the body, of old habits that need to go. And she's conjuncting the South Node, which says get rid of it. So, and then North Node in Pisces, which is raise your consciousness, heal, forgive, regenerate, receive, dream. So, and we're moving, all this energy is moving us to the new moon where the sun and the moon are going to be in Cancer. Yes, that's on July 14th at 4:44 a.m. Central Time. So, I'm going to give you a few processes that I learned once again from my friend and teacher, Lazarus, through the years. And I feel the most powerful that you can do, among others. And you can do this in your daytime dreaming and also before going to sleep. And even if you don't do a process, I'm urging you before going to sleep every night. And whether consciously call for a dream, but are not, always ask for more love and more healing through the night from your guides, your teachers, your higher self, your soul, your angels, whoever you personally relate to or connect to. So here, such a powerful process that you can do is rebirthing yourself literally. And I will tell, and then you reparent yourself because we all had stuff. But, energy right now about mother, the moon, etc. It doesn't have to be. It can be father. It can be family. It can be your inner child for sure, but your children. So and all of the above. So the rebirth, and I did this because when I was born, I mean, I asked my mother this on one of my birthdays, tell me about my birth. And I was born at home, couldn't make it to the hospital. I was determined to be 0 degrees Aries. My words, not hers. I already had two older sisters, and easiest birth of her 8 children because I just zoomed out. And the doctor said, it's a girl. And she said, oh no. So when she told me that, I went, because I've been on a consciousness higher journey all my life. From that first moment, really. So to myself, I thanked her for that information. It was so key to why I always had to prove myself and just used to say I should be the boy and so forth. So I did a rebirthing, had the baby. Oh, you're beautiful, this beautiful daughter, on and on. And then you can go periodically go into a meditation to your safe place and be and reparent your child. Be the mother, be the father. You can be both at different times that you always wanted to have. And this can spread out over several months. And of course, you always bring your higher self and soul and guides, teachers, angels, as well as theirs. But it's a wonderful thing to do, rebirth and reparent. And at the same time, always send that forgiveness of self, because we did react, rebel, resist, and forgiving your parents, forgiving your children. It's just forgiveness. And that does take a while. There's circles of forgiveness. Where there's something called chair therapy, where you go to your safe place, call the person you want to forgive, but you want to let out the anger first. Say how you were hurt. You have them sitting in front of you. You're sitting, their guides, higher self there. It's all in a bubble. If you want to put a light, use your create what comes to you, but you might first say how you was hurt, and then they can say whatever back and forth, and then ask for forgiveness, give forgiveness, I love the idea, it's just coming to me now, of a wonderful forgiveness bubble or a waterfall of light or um real water, because we're in that Cancer season. Go under the waterfall and just release all the old stuff, forgive. There's something that Lazarus used to say, recognize, oh, I'm part of it. I'm the common denominator in each of these situations. Recognize, acknowledge, I'm there. I participated. Forgive yourself and change. Make a new decision. Go and do that releasing. And so the rebirthing, the reparenting, the chair therapy, the going under the waterfalls of different light, maybe have each of them a different color for the chakras and what. Oh, and you don't have to know everything. So much of this is in the unconscious. That's why it's so good at night then to ask for, especially between now and the new moon, asking for healing dreams and maybe be very specific. Do the one of the various techniques I've given you. I'll put the three tapping things in the description and ask for that dream and know that you will get it. It will happen whether you remember the dream or not. And again, whatever you remember, write it down, call the dreamers in the morning, interact. We don't have to know everything, especially now to a certain degree, because so much from the unconscious is being revealed and healed. And that's a lot what these outer planets are doing. And this is going to keep on turning along. And we have Leo season coming up and towards the 22nd, 21st, 22nd of July, and more about that. And then Venus will be move into Libra. So this is intense time for deep, yes, deep forgiveness, deep compassion for self and all that you did to get here, and compassion for your parents and your family, because we're soul family. It's happening. It was agreed upon. And for sure, get rid of any remnants of anger, martyr, blame, because we are moving on. We're moving on. We're there in the new paradigm of partnership and equality and harmony and love and joy and gratitude. All those wonderful heart. Yes, with this new moon at actually 21 and 55 degrees Cancer, move it up to 22 degrees. I'm saying 21 because that's what it is. And that's my ascendant. So rebirth, renewal, reset, whatever you want to say. But with this new moon, it's going to be so powerful and deeper healing. Venus in Virgo will help, and know that the new paradigm is healing through love. Doesn't have to be that old stuff and that old critical stuff. Venus can be critical, but no, she's of service in Virgo and of compassion. All right, I could go on, but here we go. And I'll see you on the other side of this new moon, new everything. All right. Sweet, sweet dreams of the new reality. Yes, yes. Okay. Boom. Sweet dreams.